The light in the old cinema. Denise moved to a small seaside town with his family at the beginning of summer. His mother found a new job there, so they left their busy city and rented a small house near the beach. Denise was not happy about the move. He missed his friends, his school, and his old neighborhood. The town was quiet, and most shops closed early. "You will get used to living here," his mother often said. "I don't think so," Denise replied. "There is nothing to do." Every afternoon, Denise rode his bicycle around the town. He usually went to the beach, bought a cold drink, and sat near the water. One day, he chose a different road and found an old cinema at the end of a narrow street. The building looked empty. The windows were dirty, and the front door was locked. A large sign above the door said Star Cinema, but some of the letters were missing. An old man was cleaning the sidewalk nearby. "Is this cinema still open?" Denise asked. The man shook his head. "It closed 10 years ago." "What happened?" "Nobody really knows," the man answered. The owner suddenly left town. Denise looked through one of the windows. Inside, he could see old chairs, posters, and a long hallway. Then he noticed something strange. A light was on at the back of the building. "The problem is," the old man said quietly, "there should be nobody inside." That evening, Denise couldn't stop thinking about the light. Before going to bed, he looked toward the cinema from his window. The light was still on. The next morning, Denise went to the local market with his mother. While she was shopping, he waited near the entrance. A girl about his age was trying to fix the chain on her bicycle. Her hands were dirty, and she looked annoyed. "Do you need help?" Denise asked. "I can do it," she replied. Then the chain fell off again. "Actually, maybe you can help." Her name was Elif. She had lived in the town all her life. Denise fixed the chain, and they started talking. "Are you new here?" Elif asked. "Yes, we moved here last week." "You will get used to it." The town looks boring, but there are some interesting places. Denise thought about the old cinema. "Do you know anything about Star Cinema?" Elif stopped smiling. "Why are you asking?" "I saw a light inside yesterday." "Don't get me wrong," Elif said, "but you should stay away from that building." "Why?" "My father says it is dangerous. Part of the roof is broken." Denise explained that the light was at the back of the cinema. Elif listened carefully. "Maybe the owner came back," he said. "The owner disappeared 10 years ago," Elif replied. "Nobody has seen him since then." "Come on, people don't just disappear." "In this town, they sometimes do." Before Denise could ask another question, his mother came out of the market. Elif got on her bicycle. "I have to go," she said. "But if you are going back to the cinema, don't go alone." That afternoon, Denise received a message from an unknown number. "Stop looking through the windows." Denise read the message 3 times. He didn't know who sent it. He tried to call the number, but nobody answered. He showed the message to Elif when they met near the beach later that day. "The person inside the cinema probably saw you," Elif said. "But how did that person find my number?" Elif thought for a moment. "Maybe someone from the town knows you. The problem is, I hardly know anyone here." They decided to look at the cinema from a safe place. They didn't enter the building. They left their bicycles near a cafe and walked behind the cinema. The back of the building was in worse condition than the front. The walls were wet and tall plants covered the ground. There was also a small parking lot with only one old car in it. "Do you think that car belongs to the person inside?" Denise asked. "It may belong to the old man who cleans the street," Elif said. They moved closer to the back door. It was not completely closed. "Come on," Denise whispered. "Let's look inside for 1 minute." "We shouldn't enter," Elif said. "The building may not be safe." At that moment, they heard a loud sound from inside. It sounded like something heavy falling onto the floor. Then a man shouted, "Who is there?" Denise and Elif ran behind the old car. They stayed quiet and waited patiently. The back door opened slowly. A tall man wearing a black coat came outside. He looked around the parking lot, but he didn't see them. He was carrying a red box. Before going inside again, he placed the box under the car. The man closed the back door and disappeared into the cinema. Denise waited for a few seconds and then moved toward the car. "What are you doing?" Elif whispered. "I want to see what is inside the box." "This is a bad idea." We don't have to open it. We can just look at it. They reached the car and pulled out the red box. It was small but heavy. There was no name on it. A simple lock kept it closed. Denise shook the box gently. Something moved inside. Do you think it is money? He asked. Why would someone hide money under an old car? Maybe it is something important. Elif looked toward the cinema. We should put it back before the man returns. As Denise was placing the box under the car, he noticed a small piece of paper on the ground. It had probably fallen from the box. There were 3 words on it. Friday. 8 o'clock. Screen 2. What does that mean? Denise asked. Screen 2 is probably one of the rooms inside the cinema, Elif said. They heard footsteps behind the door. Come on, we need to leave now. They ran through the tall plants and returned to their bicycles. The man came outside again, but they were already near the cafe. That evening, Denise told his mother that he had met a new friend. He didn't tell her about the cinema. At dinner, his mother looked at her smartphone. There will be a Phi LM night in the town square on Friday, she said. Denise looked at the calendar. Friday was tomorrow. On Friday evening, the town square was full of people. Families brought chairs, children ate ice cream, and music played from large speakers. A large screen stood in the middle of the square. Denise went there with his mother, but he was waiting for Elif. She arrived at 7:30 and stood beside him. Do you still want to go to the cinema? She asked. I only want to see what happens at 8 o'clock. They told their parents that they were going to buy drinks. Then they walked quickly toward the old cinema. The streets were almost empty because everyone was at the Phi LM night. When Denise and Elif reached the building, the light at the back was on again. The red box was no longer under the car. The man took it inside, Denise said. They moved toward the back door. This time, it was open. Don't get me wrong, Elif whispered, but I think we should go back. We came this far. We can look inside and leave. They entered the cinema. The air smelled old and dusty. Broken chairs were everywhere. A long hallway led to 2 large rooms. They found a sign that said Screen 2. The door was closed, but they could hear people talking inside. What happened to the old owner? A man asked. He knows too much, another person answered. The problem is, he is coming back tonight. Denise and Elif looked at each other. Then Denise's smartphone made a loud sound. The voices inside stopped. Someone slowly opened the door. The door of Screen 2 opened slowly. Denise and Elif quickly moved behind a large red curtain in the hallway. They stood very still and tried not to make any sound. The tall man in the black coat came out of the room. He looked to the left and then to the right. I heard a phone, he said. Another man answered from inside. Maybe the sound came from outside. No. Someone is in the building. Denise held his smartphone tightly. Elif looked worried, but she stayed calm. The tall man walked past the curtain. For a moment, Denise could hear him breathing. Then a voice came from the front of the cinema. Hello? Is anyone here? The tall man turned and walked toward the entrance. Denise and Elif slowly looked out from behind the curtain. Come on, Denise whispered. This is our chance. They started moving toward the back door, but Elif stepped on an empty bottle. It rolled across the floor and hit the wall. The tall man stopped. Who is there? He shouted. Denise and Elif ran, but the man reached the hallway before they could leave. Stop, he called. They turned around. The man didn't look angry. He only looked surprised. What are 2 children doing inside this building? He asked. Denise tried to explain clearly. We saw the light and then I received a strange message. What message? Denise showed him his smartphone. The man read the message and became serious. I didn't send this, he said. The problem is someone really wants you to stay away. The tall man introduced himself as Salim. He explained that he was helping a friend clean the cinema. Don't get me wrong, Salim said, but you shouldn't enter an old building without permission. Part of the roof may fall. We understand, Elif replied. But what is inside the red box? Salim looked surprised. How do you know about the box? We saw you put it under the car, Denise answered. Before Salim could speak, they heard the front door open again. An older man entered the cinema. He had white hair and carried an old brown suitcase. The other people came out of Screen 2. Mr. Kamal, Salim said. You finally came. Denise looked at Alif. They both understood that this was the old owner of the cinema. Kamal looked around slowly. His eyes became wet when he saw the old posters and chairs. "I never thought I would return," he said. "Why did you leave?" Denise asked. Kamal looked at him. "Who are these children?" Salim explained what had happened. He also showed Kamal the message on Denise's phone. Kamal sat down on an old chair. "Someone sent me similar messages 10 years ago," he said. "That is one reason I left town." "Who sent them?" Alif asked. "I never found out." Salim brought the red box from screen 2 and placed it on a table. "This belongs to Kamal," he explained. Kamal opened the box with a small key. Inside were old photographs, letters, and several film reels. But there was also a yellow envelope. Kamal opened it and read the paper inside. His hands started shaking. "This letter was not here before," he said. Salim asked Kamal to read the letter aloud. Kamal took a deep breath. "Leave the town again. The cinema does not belong to you anymore." There was no name at the bottom of the page. "Do you think the same person sent the message to Denise?" Alif asked. "It is possible," Salim replied. Kamal looked tired. "I should never have come back." "Come on," Denise said. "You can't leave without finding out who is doing this." Everyone looked at him. Denise felt nervous, but he continued. "Someone wants you to be afraid. Maybe that person wants the cinema." Kamal nodded slowly. 10 years earlier, a businessman wanted to buy the building. Kamal didn't accept his offer because the cinema belonged to his family. After that, strange things started happening. Windows broke during the night. Equipment disappeared. Kamal also received threatening messages. "The police couldn't find enough proof," Kamal explained. "My wife was scared, so we moved away." "Who was the businessman?" Alif asked. "His name was Ralph." Denise knew that name. Ralph owned the large hotel near the beach. He was also helping to organize the film night in the town square. "The problem is Ralph is in the town square right now," Denise said. Salim checked the time. It was nearly 9 o'clock. "We should speak to the police," he said. Kamal shook his head. "We still don't have proof." At that moment, Alif noticed something on the yellow envelope. "There is a small black mark here," she said. Salim looked closely. "It looks like ink from an old printer." Denise suddenly remembered the old man near the cinema. He was cleaning the street, but there was a printer in his small shop. The old man's shop was only 2 streets away. His name was Hassan, and he repaired radios, clocks, and old cameras. Denise and Alif had seen a printer near the back of the shop. However, they didn't know if Hassan had sent the messages. "We shouldn't accuse him without proof," Salim said. They walked to the shop together. Kamal stayed inside the cinema with 2 friends. Hassan's shop was closed, but a light was on inside. Salim knocked on the door. After a short time, Hassan opened it. "What are you doing here this late?" he asked. "We need to ask you something," Salim replied. Hassan let them enter. The shop was full of tools and old machines. The printer was on a small table near the wall. Alif quietly compared the black mark on the envelope with the ink around the printer. They looked very similar. Denise noticed a piece of yellow paper in the rubbish bin. "Did you print this letter?" Salim asked directly. Hassan's face changed. "I can explain," he said. "Then explain clearly," Denise replied. Hassan sat down. "Ralph asked me to print it," he admitted. "He said it was only a joke. I didn't know about the messages." "Why did you warn Denise to stay away from the cinema?" Alif asked. Hassan looked surprised. "I didn't send any message to him." At that moment, Denise's phone rang. Another message had arrived. "You should have listened." Hassan was standing beside them, and his phone was on the table. He couldn't have sent it. Then they heard the shop door close behind them. Ralph was standing near the entrance. Ralph looked angry, but he didn't move closer. "You children should have stayed away," he said. Salim stood in front of Denise and Alif. "You sent the messages," he said. Ralph didn't answer. Hassan quickly opened the back door of the shop. "Go and call the police," he told Alif. Ralph tried to stop her, but Salim held his arm. Alif and Denise ran outside together. They found a police officer near the town square and explained what had happened. The police went to the shop and questioned everyone. They checked Ralph's smartphone and found the messages he had sent to Denise and Kamal. They also found old documents about his plan to buy the cinema. Ralph finally admitted the truth. He wanted to buy the land and build another hotel. He believed Kamal would leave again if he became frightened. The next morning, the whole town heard the story. Kamal decided not to sell the cinema. However, the building needed a lot of work. The roof was damaged, the chairs were broken, and the walls needed new paint. Many people offered to help. Salim repaired the doors. Hassan fixed the old projector. Denise and Alif cleaned the posters and carried small boxes. 3 months later, Star Cinema opened again. On the RST night, Kamal showed an old family film. The room was full of people. Denise sat beside Alif and smiled. "You were right," he said. "This town has some interesting places. Are you getting used to living here?" she asked. "Yes," Denise answered. "I think I already have."